Events honoring Mrs. Carter began this morning. The former First Lady's family attended a wreath-laying ceremony at Georgia Southwestern State University, Mrs. Carter's alma mater. A wreath stands on each side of a statue of the former First Lady. The couple's 4 children attended the wreath-laying ceremony. Former President Carter, who is still receiving hospice care at home in Plains, did not. Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn joins me now live tonight from Plains. And Patrick, I know you've been speaking with people who saw Mrs. Carter's motorcade slowly pull out of town.
And Blair, we heard about the impact that was felt in Atlanta. We certainly saw vibrations of that impact resonate here in Southwest Georgia, here in Americus. And yes, the motorcade went just by these streets and lines of students. They certainly showed up in full force here on the campus of where the former First Lady attended. Now, we saw today from Americus to Plains, Sumter County waving goodbye to their First Lady.
I felt as though I was kind of seeing it through, the last chapter of Miss Rosalynn Carter in Plains, and I had to come out just to see that.
The Plains community crowding outside the town center to get a look at the motorcade of their First Lady. I met Jody Montz wearing black.
I'm in mourning. She was a part of this community for a long time.
Past Jody, who recorded it to later show her kids, past the packs of park workers and the peanut harvesters carrying on. The motorcade continued on to the town of Americus and the Phoebe Sumter Medical Center, where former members of her Secret Service served as pallbearers, and one final escort for the woman they long protected. On the motorcade went to Rosalynn Carter's alma mater, Georgia Southwestern State University.
Every morning going to class, I see her statue.
Students like Ashley Carrick lined up, giving a final farewell to the former First Lady.
Her legacy is still here. It's still living. It's breathing. It's within all of us.
The school remains host to the Rosalynn Carter Institute for Caregivers and a Carter Leadership Program, encouraging young minds to think big.
She cares, and I want to care too. So she's kind of she is a role model to me in my education and the leadership program.
From Southwestern State, the motorcade headed north to Atlanta, but it will return Wednesday for the funeral of the First Lady. For locals here, Rosalynn Carter was family to the entire town. And while gone, that bond will never break.
Family was just a word, and it still is a word. It will stay the word here.
And we've heard it so many over the course of the last week that while Rosalynn Carter was the country's First Lady, she was Plains' First Lady first. That funeral is on Wednesday at Maranatha Baptist Church. It is closed just for friends and family. We're live here in Americus Tonight. Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.